Welcome to this instructional video on administering nebulized medication through an advanced airway. This procedure can be performed by EMTs and paramedics in the pre-hospital setting. As always, please reference your local protocols on what procedures you are allowed to perform. To begin, make sure you have a standard nebulizer kit, including a nebulizer chamber, a T-piece, corrugated tubing, and oxygen tubing. You also may need several adapters based on the equipment your department uses and what's available in your area to connect the BVM to the T-piece and the actual nebulizer setup to the advanced airway. Prior to performing the procedure, it is recommended you select the appropriate medications and perform a medication cross-check. In the picture displayed, we have a setup for a nebulized medication administration through an advanced airway. We have a bag valve mask, which will require its own oxygen source. We have a nebulizer, which will require a secondary oxygen source. Connecting the bag valve mask and the nebulizer is a T-piece with one side raised, so no adapter is needed to connect the BVM. We then have corrugated tubing, which is connected to the capnography through a blue adapter device. The capnography will then be connected to the advanced airway. Pictured here is a complete setup with all of the devices connected to each other. In this clip, we see a patient being ventilated with a supraglottic airway, and in the background on the monitor, we can see low oxygen saturation with a shark fin waveform on the capnography. To help this patient improve ventilation and oxygenation, we should administer inline nebulized medication such as albuterol and Atrovent, or as your local protocols dictate. Now we see the patient being ventilated through an inline nebulizer setup. The BVM is connected to the nebulizer and through corrugated tubing attached to capnography and the advanced airway. Something else that should be considered is the amount of oxygen sources required. Ideally, you should have two oxygen sources, one for the bag valve mask and one for the nebulizer. However, only one oxygen source may be available on scene, at which point you need to attach that to the nebulizer to achieve the desired effect of nebulizing the medication and then using the bag valve mask to provide the assisted ventilations to administer the medication. Well, that's it for today's skill review. A few quick reminders. Always assess your patient for what treatments will benefit their condition and improve any interventions you're performing. Make sure you're familiar with the equipment in your area, what your department carries, and what the hospitals will replace you with. Always make sure you follow your local protocols for what medications you can administer and what skills you can perform. Thanks for stopping by and watching the skill review. Make sure you click like and subscribe.